All right, all right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get this stream started. Oh. Here we go. That's better. All right. So what I'm doing today is I am getting prep work done for SDCC. I've got, I need to do a blog that shows all of the product lineup, and I also need to do graphics for online social media. I also need to lay out a few more originals. So I have about 7 in my notebook right now. I've started work on one, and so I've got to get a little bit more caught up on those, because the originals are something that only I can do. Of course, you know, they're originals, so I need to get those going. I'll finish the first, hopefully 2 today, and those other ones I've laid out are smaller. I'm trying to situate myself. There we go. Sitting Indian style on my chair here. Those are ones that are small. I've designed them on the 6x6, 8x8, and I think it's, what is this, 6x12. This is the first one I've got, and it's a, I can't really see it. This is just the rough sketch. I start out with that, I do line art, and then I go through with my inks. So I'm gonna, the plan is to sketch, ink, and line kind of in a batch. So I'll do, I have technically 4 different sizes of canvas, so I'll batch 4 and do 4, and then batch the next 4, do the next 4. That's the plan anyway. The larger pieces are 9x12, so those take a little bit more time, and I need to kind of plan a little bit better, a little bit more on those. So I was thinking I'd do some of those today and maybe do a few more of the smaller ones, since I need to get, you know, kind of batches of 4 going. Hey Sharon, happy Tuesday. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well today. All right, so let's see here. So what I want to do is I need to do like a pizza theme for the tuxie stuff. Let me go ahead and spin this, and I can also make it a background. That could be fun. Of course, I could do that with the, why don't I open, what's here? Bookmark. Where's my bookmark? Bookmark. There. I have all of these assets here. Back to work today. They started moving furniture around when I was off. Oh no! Oh no, now you have to find everything. All right, so I'll do a, let me just do a quick background of this, because that's, you know, that'll be fun. Let's make this a smidge taller. These shipped, so they'll be here very soon. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I forgot to put in rounded corners. That's all right. No big deal. I don't see, I thought strawberry, the strawberry one I made for Momochi had rounded corners, but I can't remember. So let me get these assets in here. It's not a group. Okay. What do I want to do? I need to make it bigger. I think what I'll do is, let me just pick up everything but that big, well, I made these little basil leaves, and I think they look very pretty used as a frame. And that's what I did on the back of it. I used it as a frame. You can see it here. Strawberry Mormon Bricket does have rounded corners. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. They can not match. That's fine. I just forgot. I totally forgot. But I think it'll bring in more of the little leaf detail if I have it, so it doesn't have to be the same. Of course, if I find out that I actually did remember, that would be nice. I just want to put these together. So this can be the area across the bottom where we have back, forward. I don't know if that's good or not. Let's just keep it like that. And then, of course, when I switch this up for the longer version with the high def, I can stretch it up pretty easy, I think. Put those guys over. These guys in here. Nice little frame on it. Whoops. There we go. I'm gonna have him reaching for the pizza. About there, I think. I did like this guy here. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with all of these different sections. This guy, they kind of need to be together. Let's place the major pieces here. It's kind of an echo. They're both reaching for the pizza. So we got cheese and I've got a tomato. Got my pizza slices here. I don't know if that would be a fun wallpaper or not. We'll see. I'll put it up anyway. Where's the other swoop pizza? Is he still up here? He is. And so's my basil. I'll put him here. Put my basil. Oops. I don't want to get this in there too, but I wonder if I should do the actual layout of the larger. I could probably get it in then. I already have some dots drawn, so let's see what we can do with these. Drag him. I wanted to. There we go. I might be able to use that later. All right, so there's that. Let's add a few more in here since it's a larger canvas. All right, so that'll be a cute little background. It's kind of busy. I don't know if that'll be, I'm going to try that for now. And then let me get the it's 1248 by 26 something. Shoot, 1242 by 2688. Is that it? Oh, I can't remember. Let's see. Let me just open this up and see if I can go to desktop. And wallpapers. Will I have a wallpaper that is HD? Oh, I got it right. 1242 by 2688. Is that what I did? 1242. I got it right. Yay. Give that old bean some credit for remembering, right? So this will be an HD version, and I can totally fit in Tuxie and another pizza at the top. Although if I was kind of, well, people can move around their clock. It's not like everybody has, well, the default clock is up there. I should leave more room for the clock, but, well, we'll just play this one by ear here. I do love this little scene where the floof is getting a piece. That a little bigger. And where's that extra pizza? Maybe just make him bigger and hide him under the basil. There we go. Come forward, please. Or don't come forward. Just keep yourself. There we go. Bit of pizza peeking out. don't know, that doesn't look quite very balanced, does it? Let me just go in here. Let's remove these guys. Go, make him a little bit bigger. Should I have more mushies? Let's do some more mushies. A little bigger mushy. Just a little touch here. All right, kind of need something right there. Maybe these mushies could stand to be a little bit bigger. What do we want to put there? Do I make my tomato bigger? No, then you can't see the tomato. All right, let's close that off. All right, save. All right, so that could be two fun little oops. All right, so that could be two fun little backgrounds. Good thing it's almost lunch, getting hungry. See how I know what I'm trying to think. I should probably, yeah, should probably plan my lunch ahead, because when I don't is when I get in trouble. All right, so I need another thing here. Let's do let's do another regular one that I'll use for shop updates. Well, not rather shop updates. So what's going on, so Tuxie arrived, but it was the emergency 4 boxes that were air freighted. The other boxes have not actually crossed the ocean yet. They're scheduled, they were stuck in the port for about a month. So I'm glad I did the what I usually do, which is I have the main shipment go by boat, and then I reserve a few and just in case. And this time I needed that just in case, because those are now not scheduled to get here until like the start of August. So I have what I have for the booth, and I think I'm gonna hold off on pre-orders for it. Hey Chris, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I was just mentioning that I got the tuxies in yesterday, but it was the emergency batch that is just in case the main batch doesn't make it. And this time around, we actually needed it. In years past, the main shipment has arrived well in advance of anything, but this one, it hasn't even made it across the sea yet. So I'm glad that, you know, every year I wonder, like, well, should I, you know, is it really worth it? We've never had to. We've always been lucky. This year the luck was necessary. So, yeah, so that was good. Those all arrived. Oh, the pins arrived. I want to show the pins. Okay, the pins. Let me show the pins. Come here. Okay. So I'm actually, so usually I I go through, I pretty much just set up a movie, set up in front of the TV, and rebag, pin, tag all of these guys. Because they come in these like crappy poly bags that have like the zipper at the top and you can't really see through them. However, it seems like this year or whatever they've changed their procedure and now they're in the nice bags that I use, except there's no backer card. But I'm thinking, I mean, I'll still do backer cards and stuff for orders online to, you know, for the presentation and everything, but I'm thinking I'm not going to rebag these because they're perfect as they are, and most people that are getting them at the conventions, I think those backer cards just go in the trash anyway. I mean, that's what I do with all of mine. So I think that I think it's safe to save myself some labor, honestly, because these are the exact size of the bags that I use, and with the little zippy, and all I would be doing is taking them out, putting a backer card, putting them back in. I could do that. I don't know, I'll think about it. But they're kind of perfect as they are. I'm just tempted to not do that and put the effort elsewhere. So let's see. The first one is But First Snacks. And they all came out so beautifully. And then I have 10% Coffee, 90% Drama. And then this is my favorite. You've Got a Piece of My Heart. I hope these, I love this one. I hope it goes as well as I think it will. And I hope people notice that the pizza is in the shape of a heart. I always wonder if some of those design details will be noticed at all. And then I decided on My Precious Coffee Beans with EL. You can't quite see that one as well. And then the matching Tuxie pizza pins. Yeah. And if I do that, I can... I'm really, really wanting to be careful about packing, because what happens during the convention is just things go everywhere. You know, all of the organization that I do beforehand, if it's not done beforehand, it doesn't happen there. And many years in the past, we've not been able to get the pins carded and backed and bagged. And so we're doing that as we're standing there behind the booth. But usually when the day starts, there's none of that that can happen because it's busy. So I think that's a small gift, that those are actually packaged nicely now. But yeah, if I don't do that, I could have a nice bin and just have like everything in a nice big Ziploc and just boom, boom, boom. Just open it up. There it is. Draw them out. And the others, of course, I'll have to pin back and do those because they're in the old crappy bags. But I could just put them in the nice bags, make them match these. And I'm just wondering. I'm trying to, some of them, but I don't know. I'm looking back at my pins and I'm really trying to, it really depends, because I don't have these on a, well, I think it matters depending on the retail display. So if it's on like a turnstile or a wall where you're picking things off, then yes, backer board or backer card, full retail treatment. But I found, and I actually saw a trend upward with sales. I put demo pins on this cute little pegboard, and I just had that up there, and these are the available pins. Instead of having them arranged out front with a much larger footprint, actually, people could just look at one place and say, okay, I want this, and that one. And I noticed sales were a little bit more, because every year I change something just a little bit, and usually those changes come with a trend up in sales. And that was one that I was nervous about, but actually the results were very good. So if I do that again, I don't feel that I need the retail treatment on those, because it's just, you're just picking them out of a bag. They're not on display. So, now things to think about. My shirts are printing. That's the last thing. My books have shipped. Thank God. I was running late on that, and I decided I'm just gonna not stress myself. And it really was a matter of just determining time versus potential profit here. If I spend a week putting together the book, stressing out about it, getting it printed, the sales that are going to result from that, how does that compare that if I put the same time into originals? And I think the originals are going to outpace it. So I'm just going to try and get ebooks done for San Diego, and then have a ebook option at the booth for them all, plus well, maybe not plus 7, but 7 will definitely be after the con. But I think that's a good decision. I think it's not gonna, I think it just might be better. And plus I've got all of this other brand new stuff, so kind of just trying to balance it all out, All right, so let's see. Do I want to, I kind of am thinking, oops. There we go. Kind of want like a swag. Kind of want like an Italian pizzeria or something. Oh, Sharon, I don't think you were here last time when I talked about this, but I saw, I watched Detective Sheep. It's on Prime. It's so cute. It was just as I thought it would be. It's like if you've seen Nanny McPhee and you liked that, very, very, I mean, it even has Emma Thompson in it. Very similar, just heartwarming, cute, good story. And it actually has quite a few, what's his name? Heisenberg. Bryan Cranston is one of the voices, and also Patrick Stewart is one of the voices of the sheep. And I hadn't looked up the cast before, but I started hearing the voices, and I was like, I know those voices. And so yeah, really, really cute. I would definitely suggest it. Good Friday movie, good relax and just, want to laugh, don't want to think. Just, yeah. Just a good heartwarming movie. So if I do this, I could make this kind of like a counter. If I do that, that can kind of echo this, and I could put maybe, what do I want to put here? I could do like some breadsticks. Maybe a pizza on the counter. Maybe, so I don't know if you've heard, Pizza Hut is apparently they're seriously doing this. They're refitting. I don't want to misquote, but I think it's 60 locations. They're kind of rewinding them in time and taking them back to like the 80s and 90s. And they're, you know, I don't know if they're bringing back the salad bar, but I'm kind of excited about that. But one of the things I remember going to, and this is gross, but the Parmesan shakers always had mold in them. And it's no matter what one, I'm just like, I'm wondering, is that going to be part of the, you know, the rebrand? But I remember that because I always had to look very closely before using it. Yes. And Book It is happening this summer too. Oh my gosh, I remember that. You know, and some of those, oh, I gotta have a floof back here. I gotta have a server floof that's just like, how may I help you? Are we gonna give him a toke? I could give, oh, he has to have a toke. Yes. And I'll have another one peeking out here. Do you remember the Scholastic Book Fair pamphlets? I remember the smell of those things. It had like this paper and ink, and it kind of like is the smell of an old book to me. But the books I would always get from the Scholastic Book Fair, I would get Berenstain Bears and I would get Garfield collections. Those were usually what I got. Live rent free in my head. Yes. I was so excited because, like, when they actually arrive and you get your pile of books, yeah, good stuff. Oops. I kind of want just that. There we go. I wonder if my Berenstein Bear collection is still at my parents' house. I bet they gave that to my nephew or somebody. I bet they well, no, because they have a collection of books for when they all come over. So maybe they're still there. Whoops. Really? Illustrator. Just want to offset it just a stitch. They weren't the, okay, those pamphlets were printed, I feel like they were full color, but I feel like there was, for some reason, I'm remembering sections that were like pink and yellow. Maybe it was pink paper or yellow paper. I probably could just look it up. I remember in my classes, it was like it was a thing amongst the girls. They all wanted the American Girl books. And I'm just like, I don't want those. I want Garfield. I want Berenstain Bears. I didn't realize, but isn't that, didn't that later become like the dolls? Like that huge, it was, for a while, it was a trend or something. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we connect you. Okay. I didn't drop any frames. I guess it's just YouTube being weird. I didn't, have anything against those stories, but I don't know. I wanted my tunes. Yep, American Girls had a hugely popular line of dolls and accessories. Yes, okay. That, because I'm remembering the stores, but the stores, like, in the last couple of years have kind of disappeared. And they had, like, the kids would bring in their dolls and they would have doll there was a big store in Memorial City Mall here. And I remember seeing that, and I remember kind of, hearing things about it, but I, never really. I thought it was connected with those books. Just heard that they're releasing new Samantha book where she's an adult, totally catering to the grown-ups who love the books. Oh, how cool is that? Very cool. Whoops. That's a brilliant idea. I mean, because that's something that, Oops. I just mucked that up. There we go. I can totally see that as something a parent would pass on to their child. That's really cool. It's a great idea. I'll be interested to see if they do that for the other characters. Love the OG American Girl. I remember everything about the covers, and I remember wanting to read based on the outfits the girls were wearing. It's like if I liked what the chick was wearing, I wanted to read that book. Yeah. But if she had like if I didn't like her outfit, then I was just like, meh. Meh. I love his little floof with his toque. Just like, may I bake a pizza for you? I need to have the pizza on the table, so let me go ahead and group this floof. I'm going to BRB real quick and just check something. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go on with this Parmesan shaker. Well, let's just I can reflect this and do it this way or not. Really? Did I bump it down that much? All right. Reflect. Scooch you in. All right, let us join smooth. There we go. Really? There we go. Kind of like a wonky. I think I need to adjust. Better yet, I could probably just redraw this. I could probably just redraw this. There we go. That's a bit better. Whoops. Smooth these out a bit. Go. And I'm gonna, whoops, 30% here. And this needs to be moved a little bit down because I have the breadsticks on the table too. I've got this little floof here, so I need to move this forward a little bit. But I also want to, how do I want to do this? think that'll be okay. Be okay. I want to try. So that's part of. Um, so this has been an ongoing problem in that, you know, it's all up here, and I kind of make a disconnect that really anything, the only things that people know are what I've actually drawn and written in comics and stuff. And I have this whole set of lore and stories and back, you know, knowledge in my head. But unless I share those stories and put that out, the world of Cozy Town won't be as vivid as it is in my head for, you know, and so I'm trying to, long story short, put out more little stories like that that bring just little sprinkles of life to the characters and beyond the comics, beyond, you know, anything that you see me draw, you know, their poses with food or something like that, but things that actually bring a little bit more life to them. And so I've started writing things like that, and this was the first idea that I came up with, and I'm testing the waters. I forgot to do captions on Instagram, so I'm gonna have to do that next time. I got them on TikTok because I had, you know, was posting it later there, but yeah, so I'm kind of excited to write those little bits, and I figure that the more voiceovers and little story times that I do, I'll get more comfortable with it, because I had to re-record that audio a couple times because I kept on messing up. And I'm wondering if I should just fly by the seat of my pants and just narrate as it's coming to me, because then I don't know, but I liked I did a little editing before I actually finalized that audio, just on the written part. But I don't know, I'm thinking. And I'd like to do more with, like, especially, I have an idea for one, because one of my originals is Happy Paper. Um, and I'll record a little bit while I'm painting that one, hopefully for another little story time tidbit type post. But yeah, I thought the name, and see, I was gonna actually, I wonder if I could come up with a name generator that you could go to, because it's kind of, I came up with the formula. So the formula is like the beginning, the first name, and then it's a mushroom, and then it's floof plus kind of like a Bridgerton, you know, suffix. So flooferton, floof, or, you know, just suffix like that. And then you could add, you know, the first whatever that is open. But I want a mushroom to be like the second name, because that madcap is like maybe where the floof was born. It was born next to a madcap or something, or chanterelle or something like that. There's so many different mushroom names. I thought that would be cute to have in there. So it's kind of a formal, long first name plus a mushroom, then floof plus the suffix. And I think I probably need to go to like a Bridgerton name generator to see all the different suffixes, or just look in some of my books. And then the number. So gotta go in the right layer here. I think what I'm gonna do is just reflect this little guy. Now I can group my breadsticks. Will it have a label on this? Or a pattern? It could be nice to have like a little pattern on it. Oops. Zany, hello! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I'm drawing breadsticks right now. And it's making me hungry. Oh, okay, so there's a new bagel store here called Pop-Up Bagels, and I tried them this weekend, and they are so good. They're so good. So their whole thing is you get them from the store, and you get like this dipper. It's like they call it schmear, but it's like you could get a butter or some sort of a compound butter or a cream cheese, compound cream cheese. And you're supposed to, when they're hot, you just rip them and dip them, and it's just, yeah, it was good. It was so good. I tried this cinnamon, brown sugar cinnamon butter. Oh my god. Do I want this bagel, this breadstick in front? That's the question. And now I don't need that whole line that I drew back here at all, because I got breadsticks in front of it. Go crackling along the breadstick. Nice to meet you too, Zany. Let's put this at 50% because I'm going to put these that are in the far back here. I'm just going to push those a little bit back with a shadow. Now I can come forward and do my normal 30%. And this is going to be an opaque container, so I don't need to draw through. I just need to draw the front. Okay. All right, let's draw the little floof peeking out from behind. Oh, what a mess. Illustrator. He's got all the breadsticks. He's got all the breadsticks. All right, got that over there. That little guy's gone. Definitely worth a cute smile, indeed. All right, so we got that. And this will be probably for graphics, as like I'm going to post maybe booth updates or menus or stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking at any rate. But I could also do other things with it. We'll just see. I'm going to keep these two elements probably grouped together. I really wonder what I'm pressing to make it appear differently. It has something to do with direct selection versus the regular selection tool. And I cannot figure out what. All right, so we have our pulls here. And that's where my swags are going to be. Oh, I feel like I'm kind of pulling the swag a little bit. I don't want to bring it down here, like have it more. And I need to do that with this one. And it looks like it's being pulled up by those 2 points. Maybe. All right. Up, 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 up. Ah, I like everything but how I... All right, let's see if I can't fix this. Just do it again. Just do it again. Go. All right. So there's that. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, and these guys, did I group my... Oh, please, good. I grouped my breadsticks, and I have my floof, and I have my... Oh, floof is not behind that. So let's group the floof, the breadsticks, and that, and bring it all on top of the counter. Oh, I need to draw his pizza here. So let's get this floof. Let's give him some shadows. All right, so I've got that, and let me just draw the pizza on the counter now. Yeah, that. What? Why isn't that? It is not. Really? Sometimes Illustrator has like a little bit of a short, and it thinks that a object that is not without any appearance settings. So it's like what happened here was this was 30%. It was transparent, obviously not default settings. This said 100%. So the only thing that I can do to get that to reset is to hit the default, and it erases everything and sets it back to black stroke white fill. So I've never really figured out why Illustrator does that. I think I need to make the back of this crust a little bit less perfect. There we go. That's a little better. Go, let's erase that. And let's start filling in some stuff. So that's just not going to work, is it? Oh, Now I can reasonably grab this right here and move it. All right. Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, I think I can go ahead and fill this in. It's just the pizza on the counter. I've got the breadsticks. This is going to be for stuff. So just a general stuff. Let's just go ahead and color in this pizza. I think I'll do a little maybe bring that down. A couple of golden, whoops, a couple of golden touches on this crust. Oh, I forgot to color in the pizza pan. You know, there's not much to see. Needs to be colored in. There we go. There's the pizza pan. All right, now let's do, I did not group the counter, so I can get that done quickly. All right, so now the counter is grouped. And now I can color the counter. I'm gonna go ahead and put in a darker set there. F. There we go. Another set there. And then I'm going to go lighter on the actual light facing countertop. All right. Pop back out. I'm going to move my pizza pan up slightly. Here we go. And let's get this floof colored in. Should be pretty easy. light colored taupe here. And let's maybe do some flower. Just a little. It's a flower. Let's bring that down a smidge. Let's do that to this too. All right, we're back. Oh, and of course, not layered correctly. There we go. Now we're layered well. And we're going to move this over because this tangent was a little weird. And now for this guy. And his breadsticks. I'll color him last. Let's get this Parmesan shaker. Whoops. And go. And now let's do our parm. That. Maybe just go a tiny bit like this. Oops. And yeah, there we go. And now I can color in the glass. And I'm going to make it just a touch transparent. Now I can go over the top, do some little shiny bits on the glass. And full opacity for those little shiny touches. Okay. All right, so that's done. And now let's do breadsticks. Let's see. I kind of like maybe, I can always change this later, but let's just do a pretty green. Because everything else is going to be like warm, savory colors. Maybe this will be a nice contrast. I can also do green in the background. Stop. That's not what I wanted. That color green. Now for the breadsticks. I think I'm gonna do one. I'll get my gradient down and then I'll do that for the others. Oh, that's a sickly looking breadstick. That's a moldy breadstick. Okay, let's try that. And let's do this maybe, and this. Oh, not too bad. Ah, better. All right, so let's say that's the bottom of the breadstick, so that'll probably be the most toasted. Let's get a little bit of down just a smidge. I don't want it to be so well. Let's actually bring it onto the top so you can see it. All right, breadstick's done. Now I need to fill in my floof, which is easy, one color. This could be a wallpaper too, actually. It really could. It could be a wallpaper. Because that would leave like area open for clock and icons down at the bottom. So I could release 2 of them. All right. Now, do I want to draw? I kind of want to. I kind of want to draw from this green up here in the curtain. So let's give that a shot. All right, now that I've got this done, I can come through with one color for the rest. All right, let's bring this over here. Go. Fix this right here. Go. All right. Now we have a nice little display. And let's see, what would be a good color to put behind everything? Be a good way to highlight. So I'm doing that. Oh, that's kind of interesting. I'm drawing from, you can't see it. Okay, so I have a palette over here. Can I drag this out? Nope, I can't drag it out. Let's just drag swatches out. I'll show you that way. So this is the palette I'm looking at right here. Let me unswitch so you can kind of see it. So I drew the greens. I had this as my base and this is the dark one. I have it right here. I liked this little interesting purplish lilac color. I don't know, I think it kind of works. It looks nice. That would definitely, yeah. Ooh, that one makes things pop too. Really kind of depends, I think, on, I can leave that there for now. Put swatches back where they belong. It's the health heart. That's a different heart. There we go. I don't know, is that a good... I feel like the color combo is not conventional, but it is not conventional. If I do yellow, that's more bakery. But then the breadsticks kind of... That's more bakery. Makes my little sparkly stand out. To go into pizza pie, and let's do a little shadow under here because it is sitting on the counter. So my vision for this is I'll be using it on social media, like in stories, and I'll maybe do like booth announcements here. I might, let me do a little prep work here. Actually just save this for a moment because I don't think I've saved since I started the stream. Text, please. There we go. LCCC booth 828. All right, let's get my, there we go. And let's embiggen. There we go. STCC booth 828. Center, 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 center. All right. What if I did, okay, I'm spitballing here. What if I did like a menu? Like if I really lean into the pizzeria deal. So for that, I would need, oh, that's pretty, but that's nice. What's more readable? That's more fun. I feel like this is more readable, but this is more fun. Okay, let me go down to, where's my coffee? Coffee service. Are you readable? Where'd you go? There you are. And where's my KG? There we go, Janda and KG. Okay. No. Okay, I just need to go to KG. I just need to skip. All right, here we go. No. Okay, I think I picked the best one already. Today's menu. These all look so weird now. Oh, I gotta do something with that. I gotta make them. I'll put that. I'll just kind of pin that one. Today's menu. Follow the recipe. Okay, I think I picked the good. Okay, go back to stars. No, not stars. Recently used. No. Really? There we go. I'll just do this for a minute. Days. So that way I can take this and I can have it in my phone, and as I'm doing like little things, I can do what do I want to do? I want to drag in other items to highlight. And I can also put notes like selling out or stuff like that as I'm going here. And you can't read it there, so it has to be like that. So this I can move around, but definitely I can save this as another wallpaper. So let's move this out of the way. And let's do another thingy. 1242 by 2688. And I'm going to take everything but my text. No. Okay, well, let's just do it that way. All right. This is going to be so cute. It's perfect. All right, let's get the breadsticks in there. I'm going to move Pizza Floof over. So if this is for a background on a phone, icons are right here on the counter in that area. And then I can just come in here and I can move this up and then this up. And you have a nice little area. But what we're going to do is we're going to move Tokfloof and pizza, not this. I'm gonna move you. Whoop, we're moving you in. There we go. So you're actually on. There we go. And I can move these guys over a little bit too. There we go. I don't want to put a little something behind them, like just a a rough shape of maybe some counters or some shelves or something that are just kind of, maybe they're pizza boxes. And they're just kind of chilling there in the background like this. Kind of just to cut it up a little bit. Ah, like where'd my pen tool go? I never use it, but when I need it, it should be where it should be. All right, so that's cute. That's a cute little, I like that. That's a good little background. Let's save that. Why don't I save both of these? Here we go. All right, save. Bluefaria. Do dash wallpaper dash HD dash. All right. Save this one. There we go. Oh, come on. I would like to change the name. This is going to be the Tuxie Pizzeria theme. If I use this, I could also, I'll save those later because I could use that as like an announcement thing on Instagram too. All right, so I've got that done. I kind of just like this. Should I add this over here? No, because I need that room. Oh, I need to add them. I got to add them to the, and I'll post the link in chat. Where is my Google Drive for wallpapers on stream? Wallpapers on stream. Wallpapers on stream. Where is my bolt? Aha! Stream BG temp. I would like to go here. All right. Now, let me add these guys here. Desktop. Go. All right, here we go. Floof Pizza Counter. Tuxie Pizzeria. Ah! All right. Drop. No! What did you do? Upload. There we go. Drop files to upload. All right. Share. Copy link. All right, so here's the first link in chat for the first wallpaper, and then the second wallpaper is here in chat. There we go. So those two you should be able to get and download. And let me... All right, and this I'm going to post a third link in chat, which will be the top level folder, Stream BG Temp, that has all of the BGs that I have, wallpapers that I've posted from things I've drawn in Stream recently. You can download any of those and enjoy. Okay, yeah, I think that's right. I think sharing should be. All right, anyone? Okay, good. All right, so that is done. You're welcome, Sharon. I'll be posting more. I've got other. Oh gosh, I've got all of the. I could. I've got. Did I put that file away? Cover thumbnails, kitchen thing, inner cover, pattern. Oh. I thought I had a extra. I did have an extra file, but let me open here and look. Oh, I can color all of these. Demix. I can color all of this and make that a background too, because these are all uncolored. It's just the line art here, except for him, Cookies. Oh, I did color Cookies, didn't I? Let's zoom out. Oh, he's over here. But yeah, I can totally do all of these. I like this one. I'm gonna put this one as my background. So I've had the cooking. It's the close-up on Granny Bear and Coconut and GB. That's my opening, and then I need to switch it. Uh-oh. Let me resave and re-upload this one because there was a tiny. Is it gonna matter? Yes, it's gonna matter. Yes, it matters to me. I'm gonna resave this and re-upload it. Nope, I didn't want to do that. There we go. All right, much better. Save. Texi Pizzeria, save. Yes, I would like to overwrite the file. And yes, I would like, if you don't want to re-download, you don't have to. I'm just being neurotic. And replace existing file. There we go. Because this one had a little thingy at the bottom that I didn't like. Because I hadn't quality checked. Ashwin, hello. I'm too late today. Yeah, I will be closing down pretty soon. But I did, if you missed it, let me repost the link. I've done both of these as backgrounds that you can download and use on your phone. These smaller versions are assets that I'm going to use on social media, like when I do stories and stuff. So those are separate little things, but these are HD size for, I haven't updated. I should actually look and make sure that that's the right size, because phones have come a long way, but I think it's still probably pretty darn good size. It's 1242 by 2688. It's pretty big. But I added those to the Stream BG Temp folder, and let me grab that link again, copy link, and I'll post that in chat. So if you'd like a new wallpaper, you can use it. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad I got those done. And seeing this larger one, I can use that too if I want to put like a bunch of items or schedule things or items that are, you know, getting low. I really am hopeful. Oh, definitely exclusives. Duh. exclusives. I can do exclusive tabs. Okay. And I can have the image up here and you get just focusing on it. All right. And these are tons. These are all, I can totally, all of this. I love cookies. I need to do cookies. And the bouncing on the marshmallows and the mix. I could make this is a whole sticker sheet. This is a sticker sheet. Why didn't I make this a sticker sheet? I would love this as a sticker. And this is a sticker. And this is a sticker. And Baby Kraken and Coco. Well, I can do it later. Yes, I have, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's others. I did upload one of my favorites that was a fall theme. And I believe that these are all of the different files. So desktop, iPad, and phone. Tablet, phone 3. Okay, I have different phone versions because I sliced the image. That's right. And then I have the desktop. So 3 different phone versions focused on 3 different areas of the illustration, and then a tablet version. And so that's the only set that's in there. All the others are phone backgrounds. It could be for holiday baking season. That's true. That's true. All I'd have to do is add little bits and pieces, like if I wanted to make it pumpkin spice season or, you know, Halloween season, it would be so easy to switch it up. Christmas, definitely. I could just switch up the little extras. But yeah, it could definitely go for holiday baking season. Which reminds me, I had a whole layout for recipe cards. I should just release that as a PDF you can print. I wonder. I have cardstock. I could try to test print it. If I still have those files. I'll have to think. I'll have to figure that out. I can't believe I didn't color Cookie Floof. I'm going to color this guy real quick because he deserves to be colored. That's what I did. Okay, I'll do that for the, okay. Yeah. Cookie. And let's gradient this cookie. Let's do and do. Go. And I'll take these, let's grab these little specks. Oops, that's not, no. I don't need the mouth. I just need the crumbs. Crumbs. There we go. And cookie jar, let's go with my favorite color, because why not? And a random dot. I can get rid of you. And now, there we go. Overlay, make it soft. And now let's bring it all the way up. Nice little highlight. This could be a sticker. And let's copy this guy. Well, let's save this first of all. Come back over here. Go here. 1242 2688. Let's give him a countertop to be on. Oh. Burp. 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 Nope. Burp. Nope. Gosh darn it. Stop. There. It was not taking my sound effects seriously. A face of contentment, yes. Of absolute bliss. Cookie bliss. Let's color this countertop real quick. Let's just give some texture to these boards like we did on the other one. No, that's not what I wanted. I could bring these down, but this should have enough room for buttons. And back. And run that to the back. This to do just a little shadow to sit him on the counter here. And we need some cookie crumbs on the counter. Let's make some lighter cookie crumbs so you can actually see. what I was looking for is just this background, because I don't want to have it the same as the cookies. I don't, oh, that's bright. Oh, that's bright. I was thinking more of the, oh, that's bright. Thinking more of the red. But that's not very relaxing, is it? That's more along the lines, but that's kind of too chill. The purple, green is nice. That'll be a fun one. I'll also add that one in. So let's save. Nitesh. Wait a minute. Did I miss somebody? Oh, hello there. Just saving another BQ wallpaper HD cookie coma. And let's drop this one in there too. All right, that one's live. And let me grab the link to that. Share, copy link. And there's that one, if you want to have that as a wallpaper. All right, so save. I got a lot of good things done today. These are good. I'll use those social media for doing marketing blitzes on stuff. And I have other things that I can drag in on this canvas, like my transparent PNGs of the plushies. I need to do my little pictures of the pins. So, and then I'll kind of do that as a kind of a menu swipe through. All right, I think that'll be it for me today. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. And I'm glad you liked it, Ashwin. Oh, thank you so much for the feedback on that, because it was a little bit, it's new. I mean, it's a little difficult to, it's like direct writing, because I mean, all of the comments, of course, are written by me, and I do write the poetry, but this is more storybook writing, and it's, you know, a little bit, you know, uncertain territory. But anyway, I will be doing more of those, and hopefully they'll bring a little bit more depth to Cozy Town, the lore, and the characters as I go along. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me go over to my ending screen. There we go. Thank you, Ashwin, Sharon, Nitesh. Hey, Steve. We're shutting down. Let me see who else has been. Dee, I saw you here. Chris, thank you so much for joining me today. All of my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your, what is this, a Tuesday? I will be back on Thursday with comics and all sorts of good stuff. And I have a fun one that I've written that's based off the reel I posted of Coconut splashed out on her back with her feet out. I'm gonna have Momo kind of looking out her door to see that, and then, you know, joining the nap session. I think that'll be a cute one. But anyway, thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.